Yo, welcome to Sprawl and Brawl, episode number 26. It is Thursday, November 17th, 2016. I am Matt. Hey, today we are going to be talking about MMA on an MMA show and not just an everything show. Right, Steiner?
Yeah, pretty much.
Whoa, I still had a 10-second fade going on there. Turn that stuff off.
That would have been 10 seconds. Wow, that would have been weird.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, we're going to talk about MMA. Like UFC 205. This was a pretty big week in terms of MMA.
Up until some people got health conditions that they couldn't get insured on. Then two asshats didn't make weight. One asshat wasn't so bad, but he was trying to make lightweight when he was having issues with welterweight. And one guy just didn't show up to the weigh-ins. Like,
yep. I watched that weigh-in live in the morning too. And it was just like, it's 11. Oh, there you go. I guess he's not showing up. There you go. He's not.
Fuck that. That's like, what the?
I think he posted on Twitter about maybe like 15 minutes before the deadline. He was just like, yeah, I'm not doing it. Seriously, he should have like. Here's the thing. Thiago Alves also missed weight, but here's the thing. He let everybody know, and that's usually what you fucking do.
He was
when you don't
very
miss.
very upfront about.
Yes,
the whole
when
thing
you miss weight, usually that's what you want to fucking do. You just be upfront with it, like fuck.
But
it's better than not. Because here's the thing. Here's what
I
happened.
have a feeling it.
Well, here's the thing that happened is that Miller got the opportunity to gain 2.5 pounds ish.
Yeah,
and then the weight discrepancy wasn't so big,
weight.
and then they could fight at a catch weight. Yeah.
Now,
I wonder how much off he would have been, because I bet Cowboy would have probably done that too.
But the thing is, I don't think
early.
it had really, like, I'm sure he wasn't going to make weight.
Yeah.
But the biggest issue, did you see him at the pre-fight press conference?
No.
It looked like he was going to throw up.
Mm.
So he may have had a staph infection. He may have, he looked like shit, and he was bloated and looked fucking weird.
Yeah, I didn't see it. So,
yeah, I watched one of them. I guess it was. Well, I can't I watched one of them that was like on Monday or Tuesday, and he did not look well.
Yeah, a lot of people say like cutting weight is bad, but it's only bad for certain people. There's some people who can do it no problem. It's not even that bad. Like you look at Tyrone Woodley, like. He looks depleted, but he doesn't look like he's going to die every time, you know? He looks
and
fine.
It comes down to doing it correctly,
yes.
On how you do it. And again, like you get Misha Tate at UFC 200 nearly didn't make weight because I don't know if she was sick or her weight, like she just fucked up or she was sick because she had enormous amounts of issue making weight. Like she was on the floor crying because it like hurts so much to try to make weight.
Well,
there's videos
the ultimate
of her
solution for this is more weight classes. But there's already a bazillion belts, so like you're like.
Well, I do think they need to get rid of 170 and make a 65-75, like a 165 and a 175, and get rid of
especially up there. There's not like once you get to heavyweight and then light heavyweight, it's like ooh.
Yeah, that like a lot of our lightweight fighters and welterweight fighters that are the ones that really miss weight a lot. Not to say that they're the only ones. Like lower weight class, there's been some issues at 35 and whatnot, even 45. That like Conor McGregor cuts an enormous amount of weight, and he does it. He looks like he's fucking Skeletor, but he does do it or did do it.
Well, at 145, yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. Again, Conor McGregor's like one of like three guys that are upwards of 170 that fight at 145. So not too many of them do it. And again, like Thiago Alves was having issues at 170 making weight. Now, fair enough, he's a lot smaller now, so he's obviously lost muscle tone or muscle mass. But he still only made 67 or something like that. So obviously he probably talked with Miller and they went through it and just said, like, I'm at this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to cut more weight because whatever. And that fight wasn't bad, but it was a little wonky. But again, with the new rules that I guess the commission has put forth, is that Alves couldn't weigh more than 10 pounds more than what he weighed in at.
Yep, it was like 170 or something. They did that the last time, so he missed by a lot. Who was that? It wasn't that long
I think
ago
it's
either.
just a new rule.
But they did it last time. Who? Somebody that missed like crazy amounts the last time too.
Well, at 200, Hendricks missed, which I do think they did that to him.
It might have been Hendricks, but yeah, it was recent. It wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's talk about UFC 205, the results. Did you watch everything or just a TV?
Yeah.
Did you see the Fight Pass stuff?
Yes. I think I missed the first round and a half of Liz Carmouche and.
Oh, okay. So the Liz Carmouche versus Caitlin Chikugian. So really, the story of this fight is that Carmouche was imposing herself on Chikugian. Like the first 2 rounds, it was all about Carmouche, all about her. She was landing a lot of stuff and clinching like nobody's business, and also a lot of ground stuff. But the clinch is really what won her most of the fight, even the 3rd round. But Carmouche got a huge slam in the 2nd round. That was pretty much the highlight of the first 2 rounds. Like it was a huge slam. She lifted her up like a mofo. It's like a rock bottom almost. But yeah. So but then out of nowhere, like Chikugian landed a huge head kick at the beginning of the 3rd round, and it's pretty much her the whole 3rd round. From there on out, she was pounding away on her. But it wasn't enough. She already lost the first 2 rounds. She really needed to get a KO there. Unfortunate. It would, she could have done that earlier in the 2nd round. It would have been an interesting decision, but it was pretty much already automatic who was going to win going into that decision at the end. Good fight. I enjoyed myself. And then Jim Miller versus Thiago Alves. I thought this one was very similar to the first one of the night, the 2 ladies. Thiago seemed fucking outmatched the whole fight, really. The biggest difference, though, is that Thiago didn't really mount any kind of comeback in the 3rd round. It was pretty much just Jim Miller the whole fight.
Yeah. I think it did have something to do with the weight cut. He just didn't seem like he had energy. Like Joe Rogan was saying it through the whole fight, is he just didn't seem.
He was sluggish. Yes.
Yes. So it just, like if you attempted to cut 20 pounds and you only gained 10 back, then, or you cut 20 pounds trying to cut 25, but then only could gain 10 back. Like you're only, like you're not what you should be. So it's just So, but they did fight. It wasn't like a complete blowout, but it wasn't.
No, it wasn't an impressive like beatdown or anything.
Yeah,
but it was pretty one-sided. Like Jim Miller won the 3 rounds. Like you can't go like, Thiago Alves might have won the. No.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So hey, you were right about Vicente Luque last week. He was a replacement for somebody. I don't remember who, but he was against Bilal Muhammad, and he destroyed him. Him with a left hook. Muhammad was kicking too at the same time, and he just got destroyed. He got rocketed across the fucking cage when he got punched too. It was cool. It was a cool knockout. Yeah, that's not a bad way to start off your TV prelims right there.
No, it wasn't.
Rafael Natal versus Tim Boetsch. This is another quick one. Tim Boetsch, unexpected in my opinion. I was not expecting this at all. 1 punch just drops Natal. And then for good measure, he got a few other punches on the ground, but I didn't really think he needed to do that. The ref could have stepped in after the first punch.
Natal didn't look like he
got punched right away.
That's kind of.
I don't know if he was wobbly and he was actually hurt, or if he was just scared. But he was.
What
not
I
the
thought
same.
was originally a glancing blow, but it apparently probably wasn't, because for the rest of the 2 minutes of the fight, he just did not look there. Almost like he just.
You know what he looked like?
He looked like
Edgar. He
was.
He looked like Edgar when he's in trouble. That's what.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, he didn't look
Like,
bad. That's the thing, because Edgar, when he's in trouble, he always looks okay. Like he defends intelligently. But he's, you could tell that he's not the full Frankie Edgar, and that was pretty much what happened.
Well, he's moving, but he's not bouncing when Edgar gets hit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it wasn't a very quick fight. Boach might have thrown like 4 or 5 punches total, not counting the ones on the ground.
Yeah,
it was not very quick. It was not very.
I guess that hit, because I think he took 2 or 3 strikes more. I think Boach ended up walking away before the ref stopped him, if I remember correctly.
Maybe it was pretty obvious that it was done.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a great fight right here. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Michael Johnson.
Yeah.
So the story of this fight is that Johnson did really good as long as it was on the feet. If it was on the feet, it was okay. Well, as soon as Nurmagomedov got on the ground, Jesus Christ, he killed him. Like those shots that he was landing on the ground, holding his wrist on the back, like on his back, and he was just landing fucking shots. Holy shit! Like you could hear those, and when you hit somebody and makes noise, it's not a good thing. It's hitting pretty loud. And that was the story of the fight, is that he just landed that ground and pound for so long that Johnson just did not like it, and he got a guillotine? Is that what? Oh, Kimura in the third round.
Yeah, Kimura. Yeah.
There's a lot of submission attempts, so he went for a few things there, but the Kimura is what ended it. It's a good fight, man. Like the ground and pound is what gave Khabib everything in that fight.
It was just he was just like, Johnson has some pretty good wrestling, and Khabib just fucking.
There's only one time in the whole fight where he could get away from that like wrist lock behind the back thing. There's only one time in the fight where he was like, whoop, he blasted up on his feet. The whole fight where he was just like defenseless. He had one arm to defend his face. Mm-hmm. It was ridiculous. It's Khabib, man. Wow. It's crazy how sometimes you look at fighters and you're just like, man, they're going to destroy everybody. But then they fight somebody else and it's just like, oh, he sucked.
Yeah. Which we'll get back to that later on, I would assume.
Sure. And then the main event of the TV stuff here, Jeremy Stephens versus Frankie Edgar. This was close to fight of the night, I think. It was a really good fight. 3 rounds of goodness here. I can't complain about anything. The first round was maybe the slowest. They were feeling each other out a lot. Nothing that substantial landed. Here's something of note. Frankie landed a low blow with a punch.
Yes.
In the first round.
Punched him in the ball. Or punched him in the dick.
Yes.
Why did you punch me in the dick?
And Stephens actually got an eye poke on Frankie, and it was like the lightest eye poke ever. But those are kind of scary, because if you get an eye, if you get a nail, nail in the eye, grazed like that, that's almost worse than getting actually poked. Because if you get sliced your eye like that, you're done. Like that, like you have to go to the hospital right away, and even then, your eye might be fucked forever.
Yeah.
So the first round was a lot of feeling out. Like I said, there's the grazed eyeball, and then the nut shot with the punch. That was the most substantial stuff in the first round. The second round, though, about midway through, Stephens landed a huge fucking kick, and it was like with the toes. It just grazed him right on the fucking chin, but it was so powerful. Like you can see in the replay, like Frankie Edgar's face went sideways so quick, and
because he didn't see it coming. So it's just that shot you don't see,
and it killed him. He was down for a little bit. They stood back up. Frankie Edgar was doing okay. And actually, Frankie even got a guillotine choke at the end of this round. So he turned it around. It was a good round. Like, it's crazy. Think about this. He got almost KO'd, 2.5 minutes left in the round, and then there's 30 seconds left, and he's fucking guillotine choking this motherfucker.
Yeah.
He almost got it twice. That's how crazy it was. And then at the third round, Stephens had a Kimura going from the bottom. Frankie got out, though, by elbowing. It's just like, you want to hold this arm? I'm going to fucking elbow you right now. So that's how he got out of that one. And Frankie got a lot of submission attempts at the end of the second round, and that's how it ended. It went to decision. Good fight. Good fight. Who won? I don't even remember. Was it Frankie?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there you
28, 27.
go.
Or
Yeah.
29-27, sorry.
And then the next fight is the first pay-per-view fight here. It was the women going at it, Misha Tate and Raquel Pennington. Honestly, there's not too much to say about this fight because Misha Tate just looked out of it the whole fucking fight.
Yeah.
That was the story.
She did not want to be there.
No, and she even told her corner in the second round, she's like, I don't really, she's like, the corner said, you got to fight harder. And she's like, I don't really feel it. I like it or something like that. I don't remember what she said. It was something like that. She was definitely not there. And she retired after the fight when she lost.
Yeah.
So this was a decision. Pennington, she looked all right.
Again, they're like, she was Pennington's coach on The Ultimate Fighter. She was also a friend after the fact. And to the point that, like, fighting a friend, like, yes, it's your job, but it's just after doing this for 10 years or whatever, like, it's just...
Here's the thing. Misha Tate's a true professional. I will give her that. She's like the total opposite of Ronda Rousey. Like, look, I love... Both of them are great. I will have my hate on Ronda Rousey, but I hate her because she's somebody, right? I wouldn't hate her if she wasn't fucking great.
Right.
It's just like Silva. Like I hate Silva, but I can respect him at the same time, and that's how I feel about Ronda. But the thing about Misha is that she's fucking amazing. I've always loved her. Her attitude's great, but I think that this went deeper than just what was going on in the cage. I think her personal life. There's a lot of rumors of her and Brian Caraway possibly breaking up. So I think like this might just be a temporary retirement because she's still fairly young. It depends what she wants to do. Like if she wants to just be.
Well, there's
like
also the whole point of like she's 30, so yeah, she is still fairly young. But like again, as we're talking about Ronda Rousey last week or whatever, if you want a kid, like you are looking at 2 years being off before your next fight.
I don't necessarily know if that's anything.
Why no? I have no idea. Like it all comes down to what the fuck she wants to do. So, and again, that could be one of the things. Maybe she does want to start a family. Maybe she doesn't want to start it with Brian Calloway because he's Brian Calloway. But she can do whatever the fuck she wants. Has the money and whatever, and she still can go around doing other shit. She can write some book or something, and I'm sure she'll make money off of that, do whatever the fuck she wants.
Is this like the fastest retirement post somebody winning a title and then losing it? Because I don't remember somebody ever losing the title and going like, I'm retiring 2 fights after.
Well, it would technically would have been 1 fight after. I'm sure it has happened.
Maybe. It just, man, like if her heart is not into it, like I get it. Just stop.
It certainly didn't look like it was.
Oh no, for sure. Her last two fights, like even.
I think. Well, again, the fight at 200, her weight cut was fucking horrible, and then she got punched in the face, which broke her fucking nose in like 3 places. So after you're getting punched like that, you're not in it. And again, a weight cut. If you do have a hard weight cut, and again, you just don't feel it. But yeah, like it's again, if you take 2 years off, maybe you start feeling it again, like whatever the hell is going on with GSP. If anything is going on with GSP, he's been gone for 3 or so years. Maybe he wants to fight again. Like it all depends on.
Hey, do you want to talk
and again,
about
she doesn't.
Somebody else that doesn't seem like he has too much in the tank anymore?
Sure.
Chris Weidman. Like. I'm sure he seems motivated to fight, but then when he gets to the cage, like I don't know.
He definitely didn't. Yeah, in the 3rd round there, he definitely slowed down. So I'm not sure if that's just a straight out cardio thing, or because he didn't really take much damage, so it shouldn't have been a damage thing that slowed him down. So I don't. Maybe it was just a thing of like this guy's out wrestling me. What the fuck am I going to do? I don't know. Yeah. Like it was weird.
I think Chris Weidman pretty much looked outmatched the whole fight, but then that third round, jeebus.
Oh, that
jumping knee to
was
the
fucking.
face.
Whoa, the amount of blood.
Oh,
holy
yeah,
shit! It was literally
crazy.
gushing out of his head.
It was crazy.
Um,
If you've seen that picture of him laying on the ground and like just coming to
Yeah.
and like holding his head and like blood's everywhere, like it's a pretty crazy picture.
but yeah, like Romero is like look at him. See, like what the
Look at him,
fuck?
and this is post USADA where everybody's been going down, and he's just been getting fucking crazier.
Well, I don't know if he's getting crazier, but he's still what he was.
Oh, yeah, he's still what he was.
So like he's jacked like a fucking like what? Like I don't even understand.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, he is a fucking Olympic class wrestler. Not even an Olympic class wrestler. He's an Olympic fucking medalist. Like the dude can out wrestle anyone in the UFC. Doesn't matter about weight. Doesn't matter. He will be able to out wrestle everyone in the fucking UFC. So wrestling is just like, okay, sure, you want to wrestle? Let's do it.
I wonder how much those grappling tournaments pay. Like I know EBI is like it's like 5,000 per finish, I think, something like that, and then like you get 10,000 for winning the tournament.
Now I guess if Romero is to fight like a really good jiu-jitsu guy, like I don't know, I guess like he wouldn't be stupid enough to go into the guy's guard, I guess would be the big thing.
It depends. A lot of people, it really depends. Some guys really like fighting in their guard, and some guys just will try to get the top position. It really depends who you're fighting. Because some guys, if in their guard, if all you're doing is jiu-jitsu and you're not scared of getting punched and stuff, some guys in their guard are fucking ridiculous, and they can do pretty much whatever they want. Even though they're underneath you, they're going to fucking just kill you. Get an arm or something. Sneak to your back. There's a lot of shit they do. It's fucking... That's why I like watching.
Yeah. Well, the thing, when he fought Ronaldo, like it was a split decision. So he was able to go the distance. Well, I guess that was a really bad third round for him, but
Souza's another dude, though. Like he doesn't look like a monster, but man, I would not want to.
Well, that's what I like. But the thing is, he's also
streets.
jiu-jitsu world champion and all that. So like he wasn't able to. I can't really remember that fight all that clearly.
Me neither. And I love Souza, so that would be something I remember. But yeah, no, I don't remember that fight being too extravagant.
Yeah, like I remember the third round being kind of wishy-washy.
So, hey, the next fight, Joanna Jędrzejczyk versus Karolina Kowalkiewicz. So, I mean, this fight pretty much went exactly how I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
Well, it was a little bit surprising to see.
Christina could take a fucking shot.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting to see her come back towards the end. That was kind of unexpected, to be honest. But
well, it's that she did get that head kick on her is what really...
Post that head kick, it was all her. That's for sure.
But like to the point that she, like how much damage she took, like the numbers that they were showing on screen, like holy fuck! Like she took like 40 leg kicks or something like that, and was still just walking forward on it. Mm-hmm. Like it was just almost unbelievable that the amount of power Joanna was putting out, that she was just able to walk through it like that. Like if she was able to sharpen up, like just the amount of damage, like I suppose that if you do take damage like that, it might not show immediately, but over years it will definitely come back to.
So was it 49-46? Most of the judges, it was a unanimous.
Yeah,
but I think 49-46.
Was it even 49?
Yeah, because I think it was 4 rounds to 1.
It was okay.
I think that's what most of them gave it. I might have given the 4th round to Karolina as well. The 4th round wasn't anything spectacular. It was that 5th round. The 5th round was a good round, but yeah. Yeah, I mean, I was not expecting a knockout in this fight, to be honest, and it didn't happen. So
well,
I was wrong on the main event. That's what I was wrong on. My prediction for that was completely false.
That wasn't exactly what I was expecting, and even Alvarez was saying that that's not what he went in there planning to do, but that's what then happened. But yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But I was just really surprised that Carolina could actually take that punishment without.
Oh yeah, she took a little bit more punishment than I thought she was gonna take.
And I wasn't like, that's the thing. Like, if I thought she would have been able to get a TKO, but she wouldn't have been able. She didn't, because she just was able to take. Like, that was just very impressive.
Mm-hmm. Stephen Thompson versus Tyrone Woodley. What weight class is this again? Lightweight? Welterweight? Welterweight. For the welterweight title here. This fight was, in my opinion, this was the fight of the night. This one right here.
Yeah, it won fight of the night.
Well, there you go. This fight was fucking awesome. 5 rounds of just, you can't peel your eyes away from it. And that's why I don't have a lot of notes on this fucking fight, because I was really invested into this fight. It was fucking awesome. Woodley dominated most of the fight, but like that 4th round, Thompson had Woodley in trouble there for a little bit.
Was it the 4th? I'm
pretty sure it was
it
the
the
4th.
3rd or the 4th? Was it? No, the 4th. Woodley had.
Oh, my bad.
Thompson in trouble.
My bad.
Because he knocked the shit out of him and then went down, started trying to do some ground and pound, and then went into he pulled guard and did guillotine, which did not understand that point.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Now that guillotine was tight, and to the point, like he had to, like, I'm sure Stephen Thompson was not going to tap. He'd have to choke him unconscious, and he just wasn't able to. Thompson was able to.
The one thing that I think I would not tap from if I was a UFC fighter is a choke, because I've been choked before. It's not very fun, but it's not like an arm breaking,
like,
you know.
Well, yeah, Kimura, an arm bar, leg lock, like fucking your ACLs can fucking tear so easily if the guy knows what the fuck they're doing. And again, like, yeah, you get your AC, like, even if you have your arm broken, that's maybe you'll be fighting in 6 months. If you have your ACL pop or ripped off, dude, you're not fighting in like 18 months.
Yeah, no, and
like you cannot tap.
Let's say you're close to getting choked out. Maybe he'll slip out and you're out, and then you go, and then you're a little bit wobbly and you're getting head rushed, but like you'll recover. Yeah. Somebody who almost has you fucking Kimura, you tap, man, because if it goes a little bit further, you're gone. Like
yeah. Like no, that's even what Sarah was talking about with McGregor on the first Diaz fight. Of like he tapped like a little bitch. His words. Which then in that same night, Holmes fucking didn't tap. She went fucking straight out unconscious because she just thought she could get through it, and she couldn't.
Here's the thing: when Connor tapped, it was pretty late that I could see that maybe he was just tapping as he was literally blacking out.
Probably, but
like I could see that just being a reflex. He still didn't
have that confidence that Holmes had of like,
I will get out of this. I get what he's saying, but it's not like Connor tapped right away. It's not like, oh, you got to choke. I'm not like, no, he was getting choked.
Boy, it was fucking a Diaz, like a Diaz on his back, man. No, you're getting fucking choked the fuck out. Like,
oh yeah, like if he has that grip on you, you're gone.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor versus Eddie Alvarez was the main event here. Honestly, I can't say anything about this fight. Like Eddie Alvarez, he looked like a chump. He looked like a chump.
Okay. He went in there kind of like cocky, going like this, going like that, kind of threw a jab or two, and then got hit with the left. And when he got up from being hit with that left, he looked so fucking worried of like, oh my God, my world's going to end. Like rewatch that fucking fight. Look at his eyes after
I watched
he got
it twice.
It's like,
I watched it twice.
His eyes were like, what the fuck just hit me? And oh, I'm in shit now.
Yep.
Like,
I meant the KO was fucking 4 punches. 4.
Yeah, like, but
Oh my
The whole thing, like
God.
I was pretty much expecting him to run him into the fucking cage, take him down, and fucking just elbow his fucking head until it just bleeds open and the ref
Well,
pulls
yeah,
him
okay,
off.
so I was expecting that too, but then he got hit, and then he tried to go for that takedown, and it was pretty
Yeah,
bad.
and it was just a shitty
pretty
bad takedown.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. Just obviously, McGregor does have that left hand. He has confidence in the left hand. He didn't overuse it like he did in the first Diaz fight of just trying to like fucking do it all in one punch. He was just doing good, clean shots right where he needed to do it to just drop him, and then whatever. Like it was just game plan wise for Alvarez. It just went right out the fucking window, and he had no game plan.
Oh, dude, this fight went exactly the way Conor wanted to. Like maybe
exactly,
like maybe he would have wanted that KO a little bit early, but I commend him for just fucking landing those shots that he did and waiting and fucking capitalizing on all the shit.
He did learn a lot. He learned a lot from that first Diaz fight. Okay, fair enough. If I have Jose Aldo running into my fist, yeah, I can knock him out in one punch, no problem. But these guys are a bit bigger, and like I can still knock him on his fucking ass. So why am I just trying to take his head off in one shot? Well, okay, let's not do that anymore, and let's just fucking fuck him in the brain every shot he gets hit with, and he just gets more and more freaking out of it, and he'll eventually either just go unconscious or not be able to get up, and I just pound him.
Yep. And like I said, that combo was literally 4 fucking punches. Like,
yeah,
holy shit. I think Alvarez was still conscious, or he was still like aware of what was going on when the butt hit the canvas. But he was. It was a good stoppage. Like the few punches he got on the ground, when I first saw it, I was like, that might have been early, but no, he was out.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, it was like he just would have kept eating another 5, 6, 10.
Oh yeah, here's the thing about Alvarez. Alvarez will keep getting fucking hit as long as you allow him to get hit.
Yeah,
he's not gonna say, I'm done. He's gonna keep getting hit. So, and Jesus,
it was just the look in his eyes after that first left hand was just like, whoa, like, what the fuck did you expect? That's really the big thing. I guess he just was going in thinking that Diaz was a chump and
that McGregor,
all the 45ers are all chumps, and I'll be able to take that with no fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just didn't expect him to get hit with it that cleanly. Like, I just thought he would have been smart enough to just get him into a fucking situation that he can't wind up and use it. But that's not what happened.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't watch the post-fight. Did you?
Nope. Well, so I watched some of it. Like, do you mean the conference?
Yeah.
Yeah, there wasn't really a conference. So at first they were like, at first there wasn't even going to be anything. And then all of a sudden it's like, we're going to do like this little mini thing where we have one person at a time. Dana was there. Conor was the last one. Who else talked? It's pretty standard. Nothing crazy. Like Conor said, he wants equity in the company, and his girlfriend is pregnant. So he knows his value, and he's not going to fight for nothing now because he has a family.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, he wasn't fighting for nothing to be.
Yeah, so he's going to fight for more now. He basically wants equity. That's the gist of it.
Yeah, well, I guess, it comes down to, do you think Dana's going to go back on his word and not have him give up one of the belts?
I think he's going to give up one of the belts because he's probably going to want to fight Tyron Woodley next. That's my guess.
Well, it was a draw, so I think Woodley and Thompson have to fight again.
Do they? Do they have to?
Have to? No. Should they? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
And do like like Woodley's like 30. Like, okay, how they were talking, Diaz was like fucking 190 pounds. No, Woodley is 195 pounds. Diaz is 172 or 74 pounds or something like that. Diaz is a fucking lightweight.
Mm-hmm.
Woodley is not a fucking lightweight. Now, with that being said, can McGregor knock him out? Well, yeah. If Woodley sticks out his chin like this and hits him with like a couple of good shots, yes, he probably can. Woodley's not going to be that fucking stupid. He's going to like take him down and beat the fuck out of him. Now, if he doesn't, then he's a complete fucking moron. Because the thing is, like, McGregor would have to take him out in that first shot, or the fight's over. Because if he gets taken down by Woodley, there's no way in hell he's getting up. There's just like Woodley is just so much fucking bigger. There's just no way in hell he's getting up. And again, McGregor then has 2 belts and he's never defended one of them. To then go on try to get a third one.
Oh no, that's what I'm saying. There's no way he's gonna drop. There's no way he's gonna keep the 145. That's
okay. So then, even if he has the 155 and he goes up and fights Woodley,
I think that's fine. Because the thing about 155 right now is that everything is fucked. It's fucked because of him. Like you need to. There's no number 1 contender right now. There is no number 1 contender.
For what?
For 155.
55. What do you mean no number? Well, there's 2 of them.
Yeah, but I would rather they fight each other right now to decide who fights Conor next. Because you have RDA and you have who's the other guy? No. It's not RDA. RDA lost. What? No. RDA was supposed to fight. Yeah, he lost against Alvarez. Yes, so it's going to be RDA. Versus...
RDA lost against El Kakui, Ferguson.
Okay, well then who's the 2 guys?
It's Tony Ferguson and Khabib.
Oh, Khabib. Yeah, you're right. Okay, yep. I'm just getting the Russian guys confused.
So, like, fair enough. Like, how do you pick between Ferguson and Khabib? Ferguson fought at 7,400 feet, and Khabib finished his guy. So, yeah, I think one of them has to fight for the belt. How you pick that one, I don't know. Because them fighting each other, that's just...
dude, that's what you do.
Stupid.
No, that's what you do. That's the next fight.
McGregor didn't he fought Diaz and lost and then got an immediate rematch.
Diaz is taking a break. Even if he wants to fight for the belt next, he's not fighting for another while. I'm not saying Diaz should be fighting. It's McGregor seems to be getting whatever the fuck he wants, and if he continues getting that, I'm just going to stop watching the UFC because what the fuck. Either way, McGregor's not going to fight for a while.
Oh, McGregor's not?
I don't think so. He has a fucking kid coming up.
What do you mean? Like, he says he fights all the time. He's fucking...
He deserves this break, goddammit.
Times a year.
He deserves this break. He has made the UFC a lot of money, and himself. If he doesn't
fight within the next 6 months, there's a...
No, it's a year. It's a year.
No, it's 6 months.
Now, fuck that. It's a year. Fucking Cruz had that belt for fucking ever before he gave it up.
Oh, but that was before he stripped. Yeah.
No, fuck this. Fuck this. The 6 month thing, bullshit. That's not long enough.
Not stripping him.
Okay, yeah.
There'd be an intern title shift.
Oh, so yeah, fine. Yes. Yeah. Make that other... Yeah, I'm fine with that. That's fine. Make the interim title. It's fucking better than the interim title they give John Jones. Fucking a nothing belt
between those two, then okay.
Talk about interim belts. John Jones stripped of that interim belt. It's gone.
Well, that was a while ago, wasn't it?
No, it was when he got suspended. Whenever that suspension, yeah, that just happened. That's in the news.
Like 2 weeks ago. That we talked about last week.
Oh, well, whenever that happened, they showed the title like the next day.
Yeah, well, obviously, because he's not fighting for the next year. Now he still hasn't had his Nevada State Commission meeting on whatever the fuck might happen there. But yeah, well, with everything McGregor says about how often he fights, I don't see on how he could take a break.
He's gonna take a break, man. He's fought too often this year. He's made a lot of money. He can afford to take a break. It would obviously
be in 2017 that he would be fighting.
Oh, yeah, but that's going to be like 6, 7, 8 months.
4 months.
It's not going to be March. March is too early. He's gonna probably fight in like summertime.
Then he's a hypocrite and he's lying to everyone.
He deserves a break, man. He deserves a break. It's all good.
Well, I'm not saying that he doesn't, but the shit that he's talking is that like he's fighting 3-4 times a year.
He did. He did. He proved himself. He doesn't need to do it anymore. He's champion. He's champion now.
No, you need to defend the fucking belt.
Nah, you just need to win it one time in 2 seconds. It's all good.
Yeah.
Nelson, talk about suspensions.
Yeah.
He got 9 months for kicking John McCarthy.
I'm surprised he only got.
Yeah, I mean, this is the
Like
UFC though. This is the UFC doing this.
Oh, okay.
Because it was in Brazil. So this is all UFC internal shit. Yeah, this is not the Athletic Commission of Nevada or anywhere else.
Actually, Nevada might not give, because he is over 35, so he might not actually get a new license because of that.
He'll get a license. All good. It's all good.
I don't know. Nevada holds some
money.
fucking grudges.
They want money.
Yeah, but it's Nelson. How the fuck are they getting any money from Nelson?
They make money off fighters. All of them. All of them.
Yeah, I don't know how it all works.
Dude, I mean, they let fucking Ken Shamrock and Tito Ortiz fight in Bellator. Come on. Dana White says John Jones will never be the main event of a card ever again. And you know what? John Jones gave the best response. He said, I'm sure he did not mean it. Which, yeah, he probably didn't.
Well, yeah, ever again? Like, it'll take, dude, you're going to have to fight 3 or 4 times before you fucking...
3 or 4, that's a little bit much. I'd probably say once.
Well, 2 or 3. No,
just once. It's fucking John Jones. Look, John Jones is not...
Dude, hit a fucking pregnant woman and drove away.
He's like Donald Trump. Who cares? It's his in-ring performance that I care about. Okay, everything else, like the anything you want to say, I don't care. Yeah, that's my attitude about it. No, whatever. He's John Jones.
He's not going to fight or anything like that.
He draws. That's the real problem with John Jones. Outside of fucking Ronda Rousey and Conor McGregor, John Jones is the third biggest draw, and it's a weird thing to say because he's not that big of a draw, but he is the draw that they have left. Yeah. So to say that he would never main event again, that's kind of crazy. And I would.
Well, the thing, he would still have his current contract, so he would still get his
pay-per-view numbers and stuff.
He would get his numbers, and he'd get paid. So why does he care if he's the main event or not?
Yeah, no, I'm sure John Jones doesn't really care entirely if he's the main event or not. But I totally agree with him. Fucking Dana White just talks out of his ass half the time. So.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's been getting progressively worse.
Mm-hmm. So, hey, USADA, they suspended former light heavyweight champion for 18 months. And this is, Lyoto Machida, to be specific. He admitted back in April that he used this stuff. And they were like, oh, wait, you're not supposed to use that. He's like, oh, really? And they're like, oh, yep, all right. We'll figure out a suspension. And there you go. So this is retroactive to April 8th. And, it's what?
Weird. Because he came forward after the new list came out of banned substances or out of competition.
It's still his responsibility, goddammit. It's still his responsibility to make sure all that shit's good.
No, but I thought it was a new list that came out for out of competition. Like it was a non-competition.
No. Yeah, it changed. He just did not familiarize himself with that list. And it was too late.
I don't know what the timeline was within him coming forward and.
Oh yeah, I don't know. Like the list changed a while ago, and he was like, "Oh really? What? I didn't know." And then there you go. It's similar to what Henderson went through, I guess. Chad Laprise got injured, and he's no longer fighting at UFC Toronto 206 against Jin Liang. Jin Liang. Yep. I mean, Chad Laprise is cool. He's all right.
Does it say
what he got injured? No. No. Upper body injury. Okay. the typical NHL line. UFC 205 on the TV prelims there. They did 1,801,000 viewers average. That's the third highest of the year. The two highest events of the year was UFC 194 and 196. Those are the two Conor McGregor fights. And then UFC 200 did slightly below 205 in terms of the TV prelims. But I'm pretty sure that the pay-per-view, this is not official yet, but Dana White said it broke every record, and it did not break the TV prelim record. So it might be an indication that it did not break the pay-per-view record. I don't know. We don't know
yet. what was it? 196 did so fucking well because of that water bottle throwing shit.
No, that's 198.
Was that 198? Okay, sorry.
No, wait. No, that is not 196. My bad. That's the 196.
Okay,
right.
yeah, but that would have been like that's why that event did so well.
Sure.
Is because like it was not doing well, and then that happened, and it went fucking viral and went all over the fucking place.
You say it wasn't doing that well, but I don't think that they
were.
No,
okay, not saying not. No.
I totally get what you're saying.
Well
I totally get what you're saying because the hype before that was not crazy, but that was a weird fucking time of the year because, like, there was the elections going on. There's a bunch of other sporting events going on. Wasn't the
fair enough.
What was that sport? Was it this MLB World Series going on? Wasn't that the week before or something?
No. 196 was.
There was something else going on. Was it the Super? No. It
wouldn't have been the Super Bowl.
There was something else going on. That's what I remember. It's just that month was fucking super busy with shit. So like the hype. I understand where you're coming from because the hype.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm right. It was 202 that the water bottle.
202.
Was in.
Yes.
196 was the
196
first
is the
fight.
first
so that
one.
was just Diaz coming in on 10 days notice and
yes,
shit
and 194 is the first Conor McGregor winning the title fight. Yep. Yeah, because man, that second Diaz fight, I totally agree with you. The hype was weird, but just because there was a bazillion things going on at that time.
That was in August 20th. So, the election shit would have been going on, but I'm not sure what else would have been going on in August.
It might have been like the debates or something, and everything was like NFL was down, like everything was down that week. I remember there's a lot of stuff going on that week. Talk about WWE, funny enough. Triple H, Triple H, he was at Madison Square Garden.
Triple H.
He was at Madison Square Garden for UFC 205. I don't know if they showed him on the broadcast. I didn't see him. That would have been pretty funny to see. But he said that he's interested in bringing Conor McGregor over to the WWE. There you go.
They wouldn't be able to pay him.
For a one-time appearance at WrestleMania where he doesn't have to do anything, maybe they would be able to afford it. But
okay, if he's not actually in an event, like if he's doing an event at WWE, he's asking for fucking $40 million.
Oh, there's maybe like $3 million or something. Like,
dude, he gets paid like $8 million, or no, sorry, what? I mean, just like he gets $3 million just for and plus his pay-per-view, so he's getting like $14 million.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That he wouldn't ask 40 for one time and not even fight.
No, but the thing with the UFC going like however the hell that would work, UFC would want money in case he actually got hurt.
Oh no. Well, so here's the thing. I don't think he would actually go and do anything. And the UFC is going to make money no matter what because they're his promoters, so they're going to make money no matter what on that. Yeah, I mean whatever. It's going to be like the Ronda Rousey thing if he ever does show up.
Yeah, it'd be funny. He gets paid half his check and then doesn't show up, or shows up like at the last 4 seconds. And
the thing about Conor McGregor
your spot is already over.
The only thing about Conor McGregor that I can say is that I can see him doing fucking anything. I don't know how long his UFC contract is though, so that's another part of the puzzle that I am clueless on. Like, I could see him literally doing fucking anything when his contract is done. WWE would not surprise me, not at all. All right, so that was the news and everything. Let's talk about UFC Fight Night Belfast, which is happening on Saturday afternoon in Ireland. This is the event which is being headlined by Gegard Mousasi versus Uriah Hall, doing their rematch from their controversial first fight.
Yeah. Well, not controversially, fucking Mousasi got his fucking head chopped off.
Yeah, but that was unforeseen. A lot of people did not see that coming.
Like, that's bullshit. Like, what do you? Every knockout is like that. What do you mean?
Oh no! You say that, but Conor McGregor, you were like
fucking spinning heel kick to the fucking face.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying,
of course, that's unforeseen. Like,
yes, no, but unforeseen in the way that people had Mousasi favored. Is what I'm saying.
Of course.
That's what I'm saying.
Of course he would have been. He like Musasi was the fucking.
I
Strikeforce
see
champ and all
him
that
winning this
crap.
fight, by the way.
Musasi?
Yeah.
Yeah. Likely, yeah. But the thing is, it's Hall. So like, if he gets that opportunity to throw that fucking spinning heel or fucking uppercut, he will knock you the fuck out. So that's the thing about fighting Hall, though, is like he can knock you the fuck out.
And then the co-main event is Ross Pearson versus Stevie Ray.
Yeah, that tells you how good of a card this is.
Oh, well, it's in fucking Belfast during the afternoon on Fight Pass. I actually love these afternoon fights, though, because like the Fight Pass prelims start at like fucking like 9 a.m. or some shit, and then the event's like done at like 2. You're like, oh, this is amazing. I'm still awake. Fucking A. I can do, the world is mine right now after a UFC event. I actually love those events, the few times that they happen. Stevie Ray, I'm not that familiar with him. Honestly, Stevie Ray, when I hear that name, just tells me WCW. That's all it's Stevie Ray, the Harlem Heat. Was that Harlem Heat? Was that? No. Yeah?
No idea.
That's Booker T and Stevie Ray.
I have no
the
idea.
tag team. Anyways, Ross Peterson, he's all right. But here's the thing. Ian McCall is fucking fighting Neil Seary. That's an okay fight for the prelims. Yeah. I mean, it's an okay fight. It's an okay fight card. I'm not going crazy over it, but there's a few things here, like Kevin Lee versus
a lot of Fight Pass.
Yeah, Kevin. There. Well, it's all Fight Pass. Kevin Lee versus Magomed.
Like the early prelims or whatever.
Magomed Mustafez. Mustafez. Yeah, sure. Kevin Lee. That should be an alright fight. All right. Anyways, that's that card, and then there's another event Saturday night on Fox Sports 1. This is from Brazil in Sao Paulo. So, there's some Fight Pass fights here. Justin Scoggins versus Pedro Munoz. That should be an okay fight. But the main event of that card is Ryan Bader versus Antonio Rodrigo Nogueira. Ryan Bader is going free agent after this, so he's probably going to end up at Bellator, if I had to guess. Unless he wins.
Yeah, that actually should be interesting.
If he wins,
even if he does win, that just actually puts it more into Bellator's thing to give him a good. But again, like it's Little Nog. Little Nog is not really.
Do you remember how close Ryan Bader was to a title shot? So close.
Twice.
So close.
He was so close.
Well,
twice.
recently, I'm talking about like 2 fights ago, one or 2 fights ago.
Yeah.
Crazy, 2016. And then the co-main event is Thomas Almeida versus Albert Morales. Sure, I don't even know who Albert is. I'm not that familiar with him. But hey, Clara Gadelia versus Courtney Casey. That should be an okay fight. Talis Lates versus Krzysztof Jotko. Sure. I mean, whatever. That's you can watch that on television for free if you want to. And then I'm going to talk here really quick about WWE Survivor Series. So I'm going to that on Sunday night in Toronto. Like I said earlier, I guess I was in Fresh Air earlier. Our other show. Go check that out, megascripture.com. We got a bunch of stuff going up there. I mean, I don't know how to feel about Survivor Series because the main event, if you don't know, is Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg.
Okay. I guess I did kind of know that, but didn't know that at the same time.
So, I mean, the match is not going to be great. Let's just get that out of the way. But I'm kind of excited to see Goldberg come out, with his music and come out from the backstage and all that and Brock Lesnar's entrance and all that. But the actual match, I'm not. There's nothing there for me, really. And then the rest of the event, again, Raw and SmackDown this week have been really good. It's the best Raw and SmackDown that's been since the last fucking proper pay-per-view. But anyways, if you don't know, it's Survivor Series. They do the 5-on-5 elimination tag thing. That's Survivor Series. And they're doing Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. They're doing it 3 times over, once with 5 tag teams, once with 5 women on each side, and then once with 5 men on each side. And
sorry, 5 tag teams?
Yeah, 5 tag
10?
teams. So there's 10 on each side, yes.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm just not that devoted into this because Raw and SmackDown, they literally just fucking split. So like, it's not like it's anything special. It's not like me seeing fucking Kevin Owens taking on AJ Styles and some fucking Survivor Series matches. Like, I've been waiting to see this for fucking ages. Like, holy shit. No, you know, like they literally just split up. So I'm conflicted because I am excited to go, but I'm not really looking forward to anything that specific. Like, here's something else too. The Miz won the Intercontinental Championship back from Dolph Ziggler, which when he did that on SmackDown on Tuesday, I was like, holy fuck, I was not expecting that. Like, I was fucking, why even give Dolph Ziggler the championship for like 3 weeks and then give it back to The Miz? The Miz should have just held on to it. But that was fucking exciting. But while Dolph was reigning champion, he made a challenge to Raw saying, hey, I want one Raw dude to challenge me for this belt, and then we'll have a championship fight at Survivor Series. And if you win the belt, then the belt goes to fucking Raw, which is stupid. That's just a fucking stupid thing to do because, hey, you lose the championship. Hey, guess what? You're on SmackDown. You're not on Raw. You're never going to have an opportunity to win it again. Just fucking Dolph Ziggler is a fucking idiot. And everybody loves him since he won the title. I hate Dolph. Dolph sucks.
You do realize this is all just he's being told what to say.
Oh yeah, of course. But Dolph sucks.
So
let's not kid ourselves. Dolph's terrible.
I have no fucking clue who the hell he is.
Anyways, so The Miz won the belt on Tuesday, and he has to fulfill this obligation. So he's going to be facing Sami Zayn Sunday. Sami Zayn's Canadian, so I'm sure people will be cheering for Sami Zayn. You know, The Miz is a heel, but he's a fucking fantastic heel. He should win. And then the Brian Kendrick is fighting Kalisto. And for some reason, if Kalisto wins, the whole cruiserweight division goes to SmackDown. I don't get why, because if you look at it, Brian Kendrick is the GM of SmackDown, and he's like super buddies with Brian Kendrick. So I don't know why SmackDown would want Kalisto to win. To me, that doesn't make sense, but hey, whatever. There you go. And then, like I said, Team Raw, Team SmackDown, and then Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg. I mean, the Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg thing is good, but to me, the lead up to it was just too fast. It's too fast. You could do Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg at WrestleMania and build it up for fucking 4 months instead of going like this. This build up was literally a month. Just like, hey, we signed Goldberg. He's back. He's fighting Brock Lesnar.
But that just means they would have had to assign Goldberg to a longer contract, which he probably
no,
didn't.
not necessarily. They could have signed him to just fight at WrestleMania and kept it down low and given time to Goldberg to train. Because here's the thing. Every time we've seen Goldberg so far, he looks exhausted. Exhausted. Like it's not necessarily his fault. Like, it's like W gave him a lot of money and he's like, oh yeah, sure, I'll sign. And sure, I'll do the fucking match. He tweaked his shoulder on Monday doing the jackknife. What's it called? Whatever. What's his move?
Spear. I don't.
No, that's his one move. Yeah, the spear, and then it's on a power bomb. Whatever the fuck it is.
I don't.
Jackknife drive suplex, something like that. And and he kind of hurt his shoulder, but he should be fine to go on Sunday. But here's the thing, he's gonna get hurt on Sunday, and like it's almost guaranteed. Like, is it gonna be hurt where he can't keep going? No, he's probably gonna keep going the whole match and finish it, but he's going to get hurt. The next day, he will not be comfortable. Especially against fucking Brock Lesnar. He's not some dude that takes it easy on you. He fucking grabs you and he throws you around. So, yeah. That's all I can say about that. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a good time on Sunday. And then the Monday Night Raw, they have a bunch of matches already announced for the following Monday and the following Tuesday on SmackDown. There's like a street fight between AJ Styles and Dean, and that's a SmackDown main event. And then there's like Roman Reigns versus.
So how do they do that?
How do they do what?
I hate wrestling.
How do they do what?
Pre-announce their fights for after their pay-per-view.
Well, here's the thing: the pay-per-view, there's no championship fights because they're all Team Raw versus Team SmackDown. So like the championship of Raw is on Team Raw, and the championship. Or the champion of Team SmackDown, the champion of SmackDown is on Team SmackDown, right? So there's no title fights, right? So you can do a title match on Raw the next night or a title match on SmackDown, and it's like we're just back to being fucking enemies again. Like that's a Survivor Series. Like that's why I'm so conflicted. I'm looking forward to it. Like the matches are cool. There's fucking Raw and SmackDown dudes. Everyone's there. It's cool. But at the same time, like in terms of a storyline, like who gives a fuck? Because they were all fighting. All this last month, they were all fighting and feuding over like, oh, we know we're on Team SmackDown, but we still hate each other, and we're still gonna. But now we're all friends, and we gotta go for the team. And then the next week,
who said they're anything about friends? Because in the past, in Survivor Series, they've beaten the fuck out of their own teammate.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna happen. So that is what's gonna happen. So somebody will get pissed off at their teammate. They will fucking do something, and then they'll just walk away. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. Sounds like fun.
I'm going to have fun. I had fun at the last WWE event I went to. So I personally, I enjoy going to WWE more than UFC. UFC, there's just way too much in between fights, waiting.
That whole 30-minute thing is kind of funky.
Yeah. If a fight ends early, it's fucking awesome because you're like, yeah, I saw a KO. But then you're like 25 minutes of nothing afterwards.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that's kind of wonky.
That's my problem with most sports, to be honest. Like you go to a football game in person, like it's fun when they're doing the fucking plays, but half the time they're on the fucking sides, fucking discussing their plays and same with basketball. Basketball, dude, the last 2 minutes of basketball is the fucking longest thing of your life you will ever go to. Like ever. Oh my god, they're calling timeouts every fucking 2 seconds. Every time they grab the ball, boop. Well, we need fucking 30 seconds to fucking talk about our play. No, just fucking pass the ball at the fucking end of the fucking and
that's why I watch rugby.
I
watch and play rugby.
Like rugby's fine, and like
you just beat the fuck out of each other for 90 minutes, and there you go. That's
another reason I like hockey. Like hockey, the breaks, you know when they're gonna happen. At the end of the 20 minutes, there you go. There's a break. Go fucking pee. Yep. You drank your beer. Go pee now. And that's my problem with most sports.
Yeah, like I have a huge issue with football. Everyone thinks that football's like this amazing.
Football's
whatever,
terrible. You know? Football's terrible on television. Never mind going to it in fucking person.
Terrible. Period. Like I'm just
like tennis in person. That's a good time.
1v1 sports are very interesting, just in general.
I went to the Rogers Cup in Toronto when they were there the 2 years I was there. Anything that's constant, like it doesn't need to be a super exciting sport as long as it's not fucking just filled with breaks. As long as it's something that I can constantly look at and they're doing something at all times, I'm entertained. That's why I like wrestling. Like, you know, like and here's something about wrestling that I hate MMA for is the cage. The cage in MMA just obstructs your view so fucking bad when you're there in person. You don't realize that when you're watching it on TV, but man, when you're there in person, man, like, every corner has those pads, and then the door has a pad on it too. So if you're on a side with a door on it, you're constantly shifting your head around trying to look at the action around that fucking thing. Yeah. It's, MMA is bad. Anything that's in a ring. Boxing, I've seen boxing in person. Boxing is fucking amazing. I would go watch more boxing if it was a thing. But, when
I was in Vegas with my friends, we went to boxing. Like, it wasn't, like, the issue that I have with boxing is it's just so, like, I'm going to punch you, you're going to punch me. Nothing else is going to happen.
Yep. For sure. But I listen to Joe Rogan sometimes, and the points he makes about, like, you have a whole field to play basketball, but you can't have a whole field for just two guys to kick their ass on. You need to put a cage there. I get the cage in some point because, like, you know, you want to confine them so that they don't tumble and fall over. But why not just make it a little bit bigger? And if they do get close to the edge, you just make the ref go, hey, whoa, stop. Let's go back to the middle and let's keep going. That's what jiu-jitsu does. And I love watching jiu-jitsu. I can only imagine watching that in person. That must be fucking awesome. because there's nothing obstructing your view. You're straight up just looking at the guys doing.
Yeah, I get that. I'm just trying to like. It's also just the point that so much of MMA actually has developed around the cage, so that like.
Oh yeah, you
grinding against the cage.
You utilize that cage.
You utilize the actual. Almost. So actually, to have MMA without the cage, I'm just trying to.
It would be different for sure. Like
it would,
you've seen MMA in a ring. It's entirely different.
Well, you still like in Pride or whatever. You still had the ropes that you could press up somebody and still get them into a clinch and throw those knees or whatever. But
the second you get to the ground, you have to be careful to not roll out of the fucking ring and.
Right. I get that. But it's more so the clinching and stuff like that of how you would be able to do that without anything, with no ropes, with no cage, because that's as of right now is a pretty large portion of MMA. That clinch work up against the cage and how that all works and actually cause good damage up on it is a difficult thing to do and is a very nice thing to see when that actually happens. Like if you can get somebody and like throw some big giant fucking knee into his chest, he starts and it's just it would just be very different. Yeah, I'm not saying it would be bad. It's just it would be very.
No, it would be very different for sure. All right. Well, hey, I'm going to wrap it up. Thanks for tuning in. Megascorcher.com. Go check out all our shows. This is the first Sprawl and Brawl back after a while. We keep going. Oh, man. I just closed Winamp, whatever. Bye, Winamp. I don't really need the sounds anyways. So that's just something I want to bring up, too, is you might notice that the background is just the Fresh Air is overrated background and the overlays and the music. I don't know where the hell my overlays and all that shit went, so I have to
Sprawl and Brawl shit.
Okay, good stuff, but it's on my hard drive somewhere. It's just I backed up all that stuff, and it's so
I know where it is on mine.
All right, well, I might ask you for that stuff. So hey, thanks for tuning in. Like I said, Megascorcher.com. Go check out all our shows. Fresh Air is overrated. Remove from play. Sprawl and Brawl. The standby phase, the old school, youtube.com/Megascorcher TV. That's our YouTube channel. Go subscribe, go like all our videos, do all that stuff. Bye.
See ya.